Things were starting to slow down from Hot Toys a little bit there, but we just got the Punisher announcement that we checked out yesterday, and now Mr. Knight just got released. And this is a really cool companion piece, I'd say. I don't know how many people would want Mr. Knight on his own, but I think it's a really cool looking companion piece, and I'm a little tempted because it's one I have on my wish list right now because I am getting the Artisan Moon Knight. And to be honest, I really like the hooded look for Moon Knight, so the Artisan head sculpt, I'm like, I know I need to put it on there because it's Artisan, of course, because I don't have a Moon Knight. The only Moon Knight they made was that new Artisan one since I started collecting at least, so I don't have the original Moon Knight. So I'm like, dang, maybe this one could be cool to put the actual Artisan head sculpt on. But at the same time, this one also looks pretty cool just on its own, but I feel like it's more of a companion piece. So let's take a look at all the blogger photos and just talk about it. And right off the bat, it does look pretty cool. Of course, it's all white outfit, and hopefully since it's Hot Toys and stuff, we won't have to worry about yellowing, because I know yellowing for some other sued figures. I know like the Kingpin So-So Toys one, I was looking on the aftermarket and stuff because I definitely want a Kingpin in my collection, but that one, it's been yellowing and stuff. So hopefully we won't have to worry about this because it's an actual Hot Toys figure. But the suit looks really good. I loved all that detail in there. Look at all the kind of triangular, kind of jagged line type look in it. It looks really, really cool. I like all the texture to the mask. The mask looks cool. The only thing though, of course, the eyes, it's most likely just the USB, not USB. It's most likely battery light up and not USB. That's what I was trying to say. But I don't think too many people are going to be lighting it up for long term in the collection just because of that. But luckily, you do get a pretty good looking head sculpt. So you can see right here on the right, we get the Oscar Isaac head sculpt, and I think it looks really, really good. So like face wise, you can see I'm doing the comparison right here. Left is the Artisan one, on the right here is the sculpted hair one, and face wise, both of them look really, really good. This is also the blogger photo here on the left of the Artisan Moon Knight release. This is the one I already have locked in. Moon Knight, or not Moon Knight, Mr. Knight. You can tell it's early in the morning, right? My brain's still waking up. But the Mr. Knight is one that I'm kind of a little hesitant on. I don't know if I'm going to get it for sure. It's also kind of funny because you know how we were talking about glue and the Moon Knight one here. You can also see some little specks here on the right. You see that up there? Hopefully I have the resolution high enough that you can actually see it. So it's also kind of funny. Maybe they did that as a joke. I don't know, just to show like, oh yeah, look, some white specks in his hair anyway. But I do really like the sculpt work here. Like the Hot Toys, they make sculpted hair so good that a lot of the times Artisan doesn't even feel worth it because it costs extra. And already you can get like such a good looking sculpt. So I do really like the sculpt. But like I said, if I were to get the Mr. Knight, I would take this Artisan Moon Knight head sculpt, put it on here because the suit looks really cool. I love the batons and everything. And there we go. Just have the Oscar Isaac head sculpt on the white suit. Even though, yes, the Mr. Knight mask looks cool. Yeah, Moon Knight, I just really, really like that hood look for him. But then here you see that mask once again. It does look phenomenal. I love that kind of stitch line right down the middle. It looks just how it does on screen. The moon like logo right there in the face. You see the kind of glowing white eyes, which, like I said, unfortunately, battery power, so they're not going to be able to stay on for too long in the collection. One thing I do like though, the gloves. You see all the texture and stuff in the gloves looks pretty good. It also looks like it's going to cover the wrist pegs, at least from some of the photos I was looking at. Also, the skin texture on the forearm looks pretty good for when the little bit of arm sticking out. See some buttons and just everything all around him. This is a pretty good looking suit. I do really like how the suit looks. Sure, the stitching might be a little large, kind of around the collar right there, but I still say it's really, really nice. And I love these photos that they did for like what the bloggers did, just to mix in Mr. Knight with Moon Knight and just really like show them off as companion pieces. Because look at Moon Knight in the back. I love that hood. Like I said, that's why I was debating on Mr. Knight, just to have somewhere to put the Artisan head sculpt so I could use the hood and not pay extra for Artisan head sculpt and not actually use it. But yeah, that dirtier Moon Knight in the back looks really cool. Then you just have Mr. Knight right here in the front. And I love the way the batons look. So, or billy clubs or whatever they're called. You see like all the engravings on them, the hieroglyphs. Yep, because it's all Egyptian themed. So you see all the hieroglyphs on them. I really like that. The fact that it looks like they're actually engraved into them, and just, yeah, the color scheme, everything. They do look really cool. Yeah, Mr. Knight, because I'm a big Daredevil fan. The fact that he actually uses billy clubs or batons, I really like that. And then here you see them looking at each other. I do really like that photo too. You see, this is definitely the Artisan Moon Knight here on the right. yeah, it's not cut off. That's good. And then you can see he's just staring at the sculpted hair version. He's like, bro, I wish I had that artisan hair. And he's like, no, bro, you don't wish you had this. I cost like over $100 more just for this hair. So yeah. And then here you can see them just back to back. The hair, like I was saying, it does look good on the implant hair, of course, but Hot Toys, their sculpted hair looks so good. You don't really necessarily need it. Just look at that. That looks really, really nice. And also, they both get the rolling eyeball feature. So it looks like it's a one-piece neck. So I believe the head probably pops off the back or something. Of course, I haven't seen any like videos or anyone reviewing or anything yet, so I don't know for sure. But my assumption is, since it looks like it's a one-piece neck, same with the Artisan Moon Knight one, it's going to be kind of like a separate piece somewhere on the back of the head. You can just pop the hair off and then get to the eyes. Also even looks like maybe the cut's right there. Yeah, I don't know. Of course, I don't know if I'm buying it yet, so I won't know in hand, but definitely keep an eye out because I know some people out there are going to be making videos, probably some shorts and stuff, getting it in hand like immediately. Usually there's some out there that right when it releases, they get it in hand. And then here you can see that looks like the, yeah, I think that's also the newer Moon Knight because he looks a bit dirtier. And then I just love that photo. He's just popping out of his cape, just looking pretty cool. And yeah, like the stitch lines, they do seem a little large, but that's just the one big thing I can call out, I guess, because everything else looks really, really good on the suit. I do really, really like that. And dang, looking at blogger photos, it's always like, man, I skipped it for now, but that would be a really cool companion piece with my Artisan Moon Knight and Artisan head sculpt. Pop on him, and bam, there you go. But you can kind of see maybe a little bit of the wrist peg and kind of this cut here on the glove. It's like just a very slight gap, but not the end of the world. And here you see just the tape, Mr. Knight. I love that. That's so, it's goofy, but I love it. And one other cool thing, which I love that this blogger photo showed, is you can take the jacket off. So you can jack it off and then just have the forearms out. And the forearms look pretty cool. Like I was saying, the vein work looks really nice. You have all that texture and stuff. And then just, yeah. And then the sleeves actually come down enough to cover the elbow joints. So I do really like that. And honestly, I kind of like that vest look. It looks really, really nice. But then again, suit jacket looks pretty cool as well. But I do like having options. It's your figure at the end of the day. You do literally whatever you want with it. So if you want to have the jacket off, then there you go. It looks really, really cool with the jacket off. And then here, you can just see another awesome image of him, billy clubs or batons in hand. And man, like I said, I'm a little tempted on this one. I think it was like, what was it on Sideshow? Like $255 or something, which honestly is not horrible for the price. You also get this the scarab. Hopefully I'm saying that correctly. And yeah, that head sculpt, man, it looks really, really good. I'm glad you also, if you got the Artisan Moon Knight or you're getting Mr. Knight, you just get a really good Oscar Isaac head sculpt. Because if you got the original Moon Knight as well, you did not get the head sculpt, and it was just like a cleaner looking Moon Knight. So if you had the original one, you didn't get the Artisan one, and now you get Mr. Knight, you could take this head sculpt and use on whichever figure you want as well. That's also very, very awesome. Here you can just see him standing there, and here's the box. The box looks really cool. Kind of similar to the way they did the Moon Knight box, with like the big moon in the middle that I believe rotates. I'm just guessing because, you know, I can't reach out to the screen and just start rotating it or testing it. But then you see the Mr. Knight, right, like Mr. Knight right down there. See all the hieroglyphs, and it has like a marble type look to it. It looks really cool for the box. But now here's just the overall shot, kind of recapping everything. It comes with separate eyeballs, pretty good looking head sculpt. Honestly, came out looking even better than that photo of it. He gets the billy clubs or batons, LED light up function. Unfortunately, looks like it's battery powered. And honestly, it's funny, the coloring here doesn't look like it blends into the suit as well, but then looking at it here, it looks really good. So yeah, the big downside, of course, battery powered, but at the same time, I hope it still looks pretty good without the lights on. We'll just have to end up seeing how it comes out. Get the whole suit, looks really good. The scarab, the couple hands, so 2, 4, 6, 8 hands. You get the base, which does look pretty nice. Pretty basic, is like their hexagonal one. Nothing crazy, but at the end of the day, it gets the job done and looks pretty good. So what do you think about Mr. Knight? I'm a little tempted because I'm getting the Artisan Moon Knight, and this one came out looking really good. I mean, just like, look at these photos. I really like how it came out. I really like the whole suit look, and the mask looks really cool. But I feel like putting the Artisan head sculpt on it could be pretty fun as like a companion type piece to Moon Knight. So let's talk about it down in the comments. Let me know, are you getting Mr. Knight? Are you getting the Artisan Moon Knight? Are you kind of tempted by this as a companion piece if you are getting the Artisan one? And yeah, if you enjoyed the video, give it a like, hit subscribe for much more content like this. And until next time, stay 6 scale.